how long last week's had been there, but I know the mirthful is different.
It was Cow Sniffer before we started the stream, but I felt like that was inappropriate, so I changed it.
I told you that Cow Sniffer is not a thing. And it will not be a thing. In-game.
But it could be a thing.
It's not a thing. Oh, I hit the wrong button. There we go.
Oh, no.
It was just something funny Brittany said, so sorry.
You save the town, you defeat
funny.
the dragon, you sniff one cow.
Okay, so hope everybody's doing good. Last time we were here, we were together. Kaylin was sneaking her way into the main room of the Wizard of Wines. She saw large vats of wine. Different, like barrels and things like that. She also saw a strange human. Where the frick is my pencil?
It's over there.
Pouring something into one of the vats. At which point she heard a booming voice that said some things in Druidic and some things in common. What? I don't remember because I didn't write that down, so bad DM.
I know one of them was say hello to my little friend.
No, it wasn't.
I'm pretty sure it was. I'm 98% sure that is in my notes.
So anyway,
I think it was Cow Sniffer.
You all watched as vines and plants and smaller creatures formed one large creature, which turned out to be, most of y'all would not know this, but since we are talking about it, I will tell you out of character, out of stream, or out of game. You fought a corpse flower.
It's because it has corpses inside of it?
Yes. So you took on the corpse flower and 3 druids. You were, after a long battle, after a intense battle, you were victorious, but not at some cost. Two of your party are down. They have been stabilized by your fighter, Enoch. And okay. They have been stabilized, but they are unconscious still and at 0 hit points. But they are not actively bleeding out. It is at this point that you all notice that as you look around, Enoch, Elentil, you look around and you notice that Elrin is missing.
Sets fire to the building and then runs off.
Right.
The fire
we
has
put
been
the fire.
You put the fire out with Chill Touch. It was Chill Touch, wasn't it?
Frostbite.
Put it out with Frostbite. One of the vats of wine has been destroyed. It was
My bad.
Collateral damage from one of the shatter spells. The wine is on the floor, being soaked into the wood at this point. The rich smell of this grape wine is filling the air at this point. And no, Kaylin, it is not like Popeye's spinach. It does not wake you up.
Darn it. But is it the purple grape mash?
Yes, it is.
So
at this point, I'm going to leave it up to Enoch and Elentil. We'll pick it up here, and we will... What do you all want to do?
Okay, quick question. What color is Kaylin's hair?
Kaylin, what color is your hair?
Blonde.
She's blonde?
You're blonde. It's blonde?
I think so.
Not anymore.
not anymore.
Yeah, I was going to say, now it's definitely purple.
Well, yeah, but I think initially it was like blonde. Let me double check.
I'm gonna go over and start searching bodies and muttering something about a party foul with all the spilled wine.
Yeah,
and,
I go find
try
this
not to cry.
Obsidian Dagger that got dropped.
All right, both of you make a perception check.
All right, I gotta find which of my pockets has all my d20s. You said perception?
And actually, Elentel, I want you to make an investigation because you're looking
All right,
for something specific.
it's the same modifier either way. It's a 15.
15, okay. What'd you get, Enoch?
Can I just take a 10? I got 7.
7. Okay, there are definitely dead bodies.
Yeah. This table doesn't like me.
You're more preoccupied with the wine on the floor than you are anything.
Yeah, it's a party foul.
Yeah, it's the biggest party foul you've ever seen.
There was that one night with the... Yeah, let's not get into it.
Okay. Until you are able to locate the Obsidian Dagger, it's just it's lying next to the body of one of the one of the druids that was slain here.
Does it have is it like a super nice dagger, or is it just like a regular dagger
It's a
that's
regular
made out of
dagger.
obsidian?
I mean, like
Okay.
it's just it's got an obsidian blade. It's got a wooden handle. Looks like it's held together with some sinew of some sort.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's very druidic. We'll put it that way.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'll stick that in just one of my empty like belt slots
Okay.
in my bat belt that I'm wearing. I just open a pocket and stick it in there.
You cannot just come out of the blue and say you have a utility belt. No. Kaylin,
why
did you have a
not?
question with your unconscious self?
Yeah, just for the player / my character, can I say the purple wine has now dyed my hair purple and my hair color
I
changed
tell you
to
what,
purple?
roll percentage dice.
Be funny if only half of your hair turns color.
On the percentile, it's a 40, and then I rolled a 1 on the 10, so 41.
I was giving you a 40% chance that your hair would be stained purple. You hit it with a 41, barely. Roll a d10.
3.
It has a purple hue to it. It's not like a deep purple, but it's definitely, it's like
Like a light purple, like a
light
lavender.
purple. Like I really want to do this, but I'm not real sure. So let's just test the
Okay, fair.
waters. You know.
Okay, I can do
You just D&D version of Kool-Aid dyed your hair.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Okay, that's all I wanted.
I forgot to show people the mini.
Now's a perfect opportunity.
Yeah. Still
So,
in bubble wrap.
Yeah.
Do I find anything with my 7?
You find your
That
spell.
is his mini. Look at his mini.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
That's Ellen Teal. It even has her name on the underside of the base.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
In case you forget who she is, Ronnie.
Okay. Why don't you both roll perception checks again?
Okay.
That's
Mother-
another 15.
What'd you get, Enoch?
5. Like, I may just start drinking the wine at this point. Just right out the ground.
I don't know how sanitary that will be.
I was
Don't
going
care.
by both of you. So thankfully the 15 was enough to help out that 5. So
Can I just give him advantage next time? Just
sure. Elentil and Enoch both roll just the percentile dice, the 10 die.
the
And tell me
10s.
Elentil, what'd you get?
Am I rolling a D10 or a percentile?
Just the percentile, not both of them, just the
Okay.
10s. Just the 10s die.
A 90.
Okay. Roll the percentile dice, both of them.
29.
Okay. I just had an ink pen. Now it's gone. Here it is.
Gremlins, man.
All right. Do that 2 more times for me. Enoch, you go ahead and do your first one right now.
I got a 70.
And what else?
But you just said to roll the.
Roll the
tens
percentile dice now.
Do you want my second full
Not yet.
set? Okay.
75.
75. Okay. Ellen Teal, what'd you get for the second one?
83.
Uh-huh. No, what'd
And
you
my
get?
third one?
No, do that set again. So keep the 83 and now just roll the 10s die.
Oh, okay. 6.
Okay. Enoch?
Yeah.
Roll the 10s
Am I doing
die.
it? Okay. Foe.
40? Okay.
4. Or the 10s die?
Yeah, but just that's fine. 40, we'll just go with that. Now roll the
Okay.
percentile dice.
30.
Okay.
Or 3.
What's your
43.
third one, Ellen, too?
A 96.
What was the 10s die?
So a 90 and a 6.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so-
Okay.
So
Wow.
I roll.
Yeah, so you got 006.
No, I got a 90 and a 6.
So roll the 10s die. So you got a 90. Now roll the percentile
Yeah.
dice again.
Now you roll both dice.
43.
Okay.
So a 40 and a 3. I'm very confused at this point.
I know, but all I'm asking you is roll the 10s die one time.
Okay.
So Enoch, that was it. You're 3. Enoch, you roll the 10s die one time.
Okay.
And tell me
6.
what you got.
I got a 6.
Okay, now roll the percentile dice.
So, and that's both of them, right?
That's both of them.
Okay. I think I understand it now. Third time's a charm, right?
Mm-hmm.
I got a 19.
Okay. So that was basically making you all roll a D1000.
Jeez. I would love to know what the purpose for that is. But obviously, as a player, I'm not supposed to.
No. But I just wanted to let you know what I was doing. So,
Okay.
Ellen Till, on the first dead body that you have there, you find actually in one of the pockets a conch shell. You would probably know what this is. It's like a big seashell,
Mhm.
conch shell. Because you've spent a little time on a boat.
Yeah.
Which is always damp, and it looks like it constantly drips salt water. You also find on his person, what looks to be like make a nature check.
All right, give me just a second. I'm trying to clarify my notes.
Okay.
You said a nature check?
Yes, please.
That is a 23.
23. Sorry, I was in D1000 mode. I was like, that doesn't tell you anything. But that tells you a lot, actually. This looks like some sort of gland. Out of what could possibly, like, if it's in the same pocket as this conch shell, it's probably of a fish. But you're not quite sure what it is, but it doesn't look good. Doesn't look like something you could eat. If that makes sense. Maybe poisonous
Okay.
or something like that. But it's like a gland. Like it's dripping a little bit. And you also
Okay.
find on his other side, or on the middle one, that both of you all are searching, you find, yeah.
So
You
this
find
is a different body, correct?
This is a different body. You moved your way over that. Okay, both of y'all are searching one each, and then you'll both search the middle one, basically.
Okay,
Okay.
so the conch shell and the gland were out of body number 1.
Body number 3, we'll say that. Now
Okay.
you're searching body number 2. And on body number 2, you find a blunt carving knife with the word toothpick on it in common.
Is toothpick on the handle or on the actual blade?
The handle.
Okay.
Okay, Enoch.
Yeah, man.
Felix.
On your body, you find on the first dude, you find actually what you find is what looks to be a dried flower. And if you show Elentil,
I'm listening.
Huh?
I'm listening.
She might be able to tell you what it is.
Hey, Elentil, check it out.
Nature check, I'm assuming?
No, actually, it's pretty common, but it can only be found one place, and that's in the spine of the world.
Okay, so my hometown.
Right, like you have to cross the spine of the world to get to your hometown. It is called a frost lily.
Frost lily, okay.
Can we have a description of this flower?
Do I know of any like medicinal purposes for the frost lily?
Now you make a nature check.
Okay. That is a 12.
You've heard rumors that if you mix it up the right way, that it could give you some sort of temporary resistance to cold. But if you mix it up the wrong way, it could put you down for about 3 days.
With the chills?
Yes, basically. The flu.
Oh, ew.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's not fun.
No, it's not.
You also find in his pockets, Enoch, a vial of tree sap. What leads to be like tree sap. A very thick, sticky, viscous, yeah.
Oh, syrup. Got it.
I might not recommend putting that on your pancakes tomorrow morning, bud.
Maybe. Okay.
You also find on the body that you've searched, the body number 2, you find on the other side of him, attached to his belt, is a miniature cauldron that looks like it's been used, blackened with like one use.
It's starting to feel like a bit of an herbalist kit coming together.
It's druidy stuff.
Yeah. I'm gonna hide the mini cauldron into Mulgar's pack.
Along with that, you don't find much of anything else. There's no coin or metal or anything like that on these druids.
Okay. The next thing that I want to do is so we came in, we'll call it door number 1.
Yep.
And then the extra druids busted out of door number 2.
Correct.
Where does door number 2 go?
I don't know. You tell me.
I don't want to like full on go in, but I want to. Is the door ajar?
Well, sort of.
What can I see from kind of near the door without going through it? Like if there's an army of druids waiting in there for me, I'm not going into the room.
I mean, if you go, you have to go to the door to look at
it. Yeah. I want to go to it. I don't want to go through it.
If you look outside, you can actually, if you just walk up to it, make a perception check. Enoch, what are you doing right now?
We've checked the bodies. I'm gonna see if there's like a medical kit or something like that, like first aid.
Ooh, not in here.
OSHA certified first aid kit on the wall.
Right.
So that my perception check was a 30-20.
You hear rain and the distinct outdoor sound.
Right.
Not much of anything else. What questions does an unconscious woman have?
I just want to make sure. I'm the only one that saw what the druid was doing before we got into that.
You are the only one that saw what the druid was doing.
Okay, wanted to double check.
Well, Ellenteal, what do you want to do? Because we can't just like.
Let me lay this out a little bit better for you too. There is a door off to your right. There's a door that Ellenteal's at, and is a door. There's staircases as well. Remember that. There are staircases that I told you about.
I did not remember that.
Nope.
Yeah,
we went down a hallway.
It goes up to the top because that's where.
So this might not be an option because you may have set it up differently for this week.
Mm-hmm.
Do we still have the setup for the room we were in last week?
No.
Okay,
I tore that sucker down.
So if I remember correctly, we entered from like our left hand side. Like as players looking at it, it was on the left.
No, it was on the right.
And then
it was on the right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, that didn't work out very well right there.
Felix, go away. You're a cat. No one loves you.
No one loves cats. Except the dead in Egypt.
Okay,
yeah,
so you came in through the door off to the left as you're looking at it, right?
Yeah.
There are two massive vats in the middle. There are staircases that lead up.
On either side?
We'll say on the far side.
Okay, so the vats were here.
Uh-huh.
And this was the door where we entered.
And near the
so the
doorway,
stairs are over here?
Near the doorway where the druids came in, there's a set of stairs.
Okay. Do they lead up or down?
Yeah.
Up.
Okay. From the base of the stairs, if I look up, can I see a landing or anything?
Yeah.
Can I tell if
it's the basically the wraparound that goes around up top.
Okay.
If you look up in the rafters, those ravens are still there, looking at you, and then there's like almost a wide walkway up there. There's a few chairs and boxes and stuff like that you look at. Okay, so there's that. There's the druid door. There's the door that you're at. There's a door off to the right of the door where you're at. So we'll just say it's near Enoch. No, it wouldn't be near him.
But I'll walk over to it now and open it.
Okay. You just want to open it then?
Yeah, and see what's inside.
Okay. What was that?
Wait, hold on. I'm confused by my own notes now.
Okay, just don't worry about the notes. Listen to me.
Okay.
Okay. As you open the door, Enoch, you look into a room that has rows of new barrels that fill this room.
Like
there
empty
is
barrels?
Another stone staircase that goes up from here in this room as well.
Well, what's in Ellenteal? What's in the other room that you were looking at?
I hear him and I say, by the sounds of it, it just sounds like it leads outside. And at this point, I want to properly step into the door to confirm that it leads outside.
You open up the door and it's just when you open it up, there is a flagstone veranda, basically.
Mm-hmm.
It has 5 4-foot diameter wooden tubs, and that you can look inside of it. They'd be stained with grape juice. Now each tub has a short ladder bolted to the side of it, and a catch basin tucked underneath.
So this is where they would mash the grapes.
Right. And at the back of the veranda is a large set of sliding wooden doors, as well as a normal size wooden door. And stone pillars and arches support the, you can see where it supports the upper floor. So it's an open veranda, basically.
Okay.
So there are no real walls. There's just stone pillars supporting the upstairs.
Okay.
So this is where they stomped on the grapes.
So they mashed the grapes, and then you said there were 2 different sized doors?
Yeah, one is to roll the barrels out.
Okay, so one's a larger door to
like
roll
a double
barrels
door
out of.
Yeah, one's a double door that
and,
opens up, and the other one's just a normal humanoid sized door.
And are they on the same wall? Like they lead into the same room? Okay.
Yeah.
I will go into the single sized door. And see if it leads into what I think spatially would be the room that Enoch just opened.
Actually, when you open the door next to the double wide doors, you are led outside.
I thought I was outside.
Okay. The veranda is an open door veranda.
Yeah.
Basically.
So I open the door and
open
I'm on
walls.
this veranda.
Okay, listen. It's open walls.
Yeah.
There is like a large okay. So it's not open walls, it's like half wall. I'm sorry. So it's like a half wall open veranda, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why there's 2 double doors and a single door that leads over. That way you don't have to jump over the wall every time you leave.
Okay.
So that just leads outside.
Mm-hmm.
So when you open the door, what you see is on the roadway, just basically out of almost coming up close to the winery is a figure that's standing there. It doesn't seem like anything that you've seen before, really. But I think if he wants to join in, we can have him describe his character. If he's there.
While we're doing this, just to rewind in my notes. Is the Raven Lady's name Muriel?
Yes.
Okay, because in my notes I have typed what makes no sense. Raven Lady's name is not Muriel.
No, it is.
Sorry.
Yeah. All right.
The stream was behind a little bit. What's happening right now?
You're fine. They opened up the door to the winery, the Wizard of Wines, where you have where you're walking up the road.
So what stands at the road is a 5'2" crow bird looking humanoid with a hood and scale mail over him. He has a long glaive at his side that has chains running down from the head down to where he holds the glaive. And he doesn't look like he belongs anywhere near here at all.
None of you really
know what
do.
that's like. Yeah.
And as he walks up, as he's walking down the road, he stares at the person, and he doesn't seem to think much of it. But he has a pendant on his glaive, that is purplish black.
Can I see the pendant from here?
Would they be able to see
he
it?
has described it so elegantly to you, yes.
Can I make a religion check to see if I recognize it?
Sure.
Pick a d20 here. 12.
12. You seem like you've seen it before, but you can't quite place it. Elentil, what are you going to do?
The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to make a point of drawing my greatsword off my back, but not in an apprehensive but not in a hostile way. Like, I'm preparing to defend myself if necessary, but I'm not going to take that hostile action first. And I call Enoch over.
Enoch, yeah, you can hear.
Am I? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll step out.
Enoch, you are greeted with the same thing. Him just standing there, kind of staring at you.
That's really nothing new. He stares at me all the time. Sorry, that's my kid.
Yeah, go ahead and introduce the player as well.
Yeah,
Right.
so that's my oldest son, Nathan.
Yeah, well,
he's awesome.
Getting Nathan to do it, but
No, I got it.
this is Nathan. He's a really cool dude. He's awesome.
Hi.
He's actually volunteered to be one of our moderators too on here. What is your Twitch name?
Nate Toad. I was that guy
Gotcha.
that was telling you that you were low. Yeah.
Yeah.
So out of character question, Nathan, what is a good email address so that I can share the notes with you?
NateToad03@gmail.com.
All right, fantastic. I'm typing that in now. All right. You should have just gotten an email with them.
Okay. I appreciate that. Thank you a lot.
Absolutely. But yeah, I look at Enoch and I say, obviously, at this point, I'm slightly apprehensive of strangers approaching out of the mist.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he doesn't seem to belong here any more than we do.
You look like a giant blackbird or crow or raven, right?
Yeah.
I'm a humanoid raven. I do not have any wings. I have feathers covering my whole entire body, but that is it when it comes to similarities to a bird. Oh, and I also have a beak, of course, a raven's beak.
There are plenty of ravens in there. He's just bigger. How do we know he's not the dad?
I step back. Can I step back real quick into the main room?
That is such a legit question.
It is. And I look up at the ravens and I ask if Muriel is here, and I ask for her by name.
When you do that, there is a massive amount of calling, but crying out, but nothing that would put you in the mind of hostility. But
more maybe confirmation without,
but nobody shows up.
Okay. And I said then. So after that, I'm gonna say I take that as a yes. And is this guy with you? Two cause for yes, no cause for no.
You don't hear anything.
I say, well, homeboy back at the bar said that Muriel was here to help.
Okay.
And I'm gonna assume that these like ravens are pretty intelligent birds, so I don't think he's with them.
Sure.
But I think we should be apprehensive, but we should see if he can maybe help us, because we are down a couple of folks right now. So,
if we have to throw down, I'm not gonna last very long. I look rough.
Yeah.
So, I think I'm bleeding from the mouth, ears, eyes, and nose. I don't know. It hurts everywhere. There's a flower.
It's just a normal Tuesday.
Right. So I'll yell out, hey, what you doing here?
I'm simply traveling the roads. Why are you guys acting like that you committed a crime?
Well, technically, we did. But
not.
You would need to make some sort of check before saying that, my friend.
Me?
Yeah. No,
Which
Nathan.
one? Oh, okay. Sorry,
unless you're just
they're drawing their greatsword and looking at me suspiciously.
Yeah, we are in Barovia, so everything's a crime here.
Unless you're just trying to.
D20?
Okay, let me
Not
put it this
being
way.
happy
Unless
enough
you're,
is a crime.
hold on, guys. Unless you're just trying to get their goat, you wouldn't really know if they look like they've committed a crime or not.
Okay.
But I would need. Go ahead and just roll a. Let's go with insight check for me.
Okay. Not great first roll.
It was, and to clarify my action, I more drew my greatsword and then kind of like put it point down, like on top of my boot. Like I'm not ready, but I don't want to have to take the time to draw the sword.
That would be an 11.
11.
Yes.
You wouldn't know what they're doing here. You did see the blue elf-like person draw her sword, but it's not like you're not real sure. You the only thing that you're sure of is that they probably don't work here.
What are you doing here? That's my question. I'm walking the roads.
We're here for 2 reasons. One
We're all
was
out
to
of.
get a bucket of, like a cart full of wine for the bar in town. And 2, we got here and we got asked to deal with some druids, and then we got attacked by some crazy plant.
A plant?
Yeah,
What?
like it was eating dead bodies, and we've got 2 people knocked out in here. Like we're in rough shape, man.
Do you need assistance?
Can you provide assistance?
I kind of point to my pendant and I'm like, yeah.
It's like, okay. So
Go like this?
I'm tentatively going to trust you, but at the first sign of a misstep, we're gonna have an issue, friend.
Look.
And then I put my sword back on my back.
I'm just using, like, now he's kind of shrugs and he takes the glaive and he starts using it as a walking stick as he gets in there. He doesn't seem old at all. He just wants to use it as a walking stick. When he gets in, he looks around and says, "All right, where are they?"
I look around and like they're still there, right?
Yeah, they're there. But Kaylin and Mulgar, both roll a d20 for me.
No. Their heads are above wine. I'm just saying.
A 4? Okay.
Yeah.
Mulgar?
I rolled a 17.
Okay. Good to know.
So
like mysterious.
I kind of look at the fighter. I'm not sure exactly what he is, but I look at fighter and I kind of see if he's beat up or not.
Oh yeah.
Too.
It looks like I took on Conor McGregor, like blindfolded with one hand behind my back and talking smack the entire time.
Yeah, he doesn't look good.
All right, so I kind of go up to the people and I'm like, all right, I can do this. And I cast on every single one of them Prayer of Healing, 2nd level.
Okay.
Ooh.
So you all gain plus 2d8. Let me roll that real quick.
And this is all of us, so I'm going to gain this as well, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a 30. It's range of 30 feet.
It takes 10 minutes.
It's whatever. Yeah, it's whatever whomever he chooses.
Yes. And
I point out that the 3 druids need to stay dead.
I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, they're not with us. They attacked us with a giant flower.
I mean, are they dead?
I think they're dead. And then I walk over and I stab them a couple of times.
Right.
Hey, Kaylin and Mulgar, both roll a d6 for me.
A d6.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you guys gain 11 hit points each. All of you.
Cool.
Okay, everybody gets 11 hit points. What'd you get, Kaylin?
I got a 3 as well.
Roll another d6 for me.
I got another 3.
As you get up, you notice that you're hurting pretty bad. But you look at your left arm, and it looks particularly mangled.
Like broken.
Until you get to somewhere where you can take a long rest, possibly some magic healing, you are at disadvantage with any attacks with your left arm. So that means with your meteor hammer or anything like that. Mostly just your meteor hammer or unarmed attacks.
Okay. So we'll meteor hammer, but
we'll say.
What about my short sword?
Hold on. Your short sword you use with one hand. So, okay. Is she right-handed or left-handed?
She's right-handed.
Okay, good answer. So your meteor hammer would be at disadvantage.
Okay.
The second attack that you have on your action will be at disadvantage.
Okay.
We'll put it that way.
Okay. Sounds good.
Because the first one you're going to be doing, unless you say otherwise, that's what it's going to be.
Okay.
Mulgar, what'd you get? What'd you roll on that D6 first one?
I rolled a 3 as well.
Okay. Roll again for me.
I rolled a 1.
Okay. Now roll another one.
We're counting today, so I rolled a 2.
Okay. You get up and you have an immense headache. And when you grab your head, you pull it down and there's still, your head is still pooling blood in your hand a little bit. And you're in immense pain with this headache. Until we can get you somewhere that possibly some like intense magic healing was what I mean. Like something more than a cleric can do on the road. Like, with magic spells or anything, or a good night's rest, you're going to be at disadvantage on Constitution saving throws to concentrate. Okay.
Okay.
It feels like someone drilled a hole in my head.
I want to look at the party and just kind of say, like, ask what happened. Like, I look around the room and see everything and ask what happened. Thank you.
I'm going to go ahead and feed
Mogar would chime in too.
Okay.
Same stuff though, sorry.
Yeah, I like start to regale with this fantastic tale of how we ended the rest of the Druids and smashed the corpse flower to pieces, and then out of nowhere, a savior in black scale mail shows up and goes, hamana healed.
Yes, Birdman.
I'm gonna turn and look at the new friend and say, thank you. I'm Kaylin. I'm super awkward, I'm sorry. And then kind of try and figure out life again.
Mm-hmm. He kind of just stares at her and just like, me too.
Yeah. Mogar's gonna get in your face and he's gonna be like, thank you, Birdman.
Kind of stare up at him. You're welcome, tall man. I have no clue what you are.
This is Mulgar. He is a traveler like you are. In fact, we all are. How did you get here?
It's kind of hard to remember, but from what I do remember, he kind of stares off into the distance, and you kind of get the notion that he doesn't have great memory at all. And he's like, wait, oh, yeah, I got here through a mist. It was strange. I don't know, like, how exactly it happened. All I know is mist.
Were you trying to find werewolves too?
Werewolves? No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's kind of how we got here. We were in another town, went to go help someone, missed here.
Interesting.
Mulgar's gonna speak up a little bit, and he's gonna be like looking at the dead other druids and be like, "Are we safe?"
We are now, thanks to this guy. What is your name, feathered friend?
My name is Mal. M-A-L. Mal.
And
Well,
go ahead.
I'll say, well met, Mal. I'm Enoch. Enoch Jackson.
And I gather the things that we found on the 3 druids, and I'm carrying them over to Mulgar, and I with kind of my hands full, I kind of nod and introduce myself as Ellen Teal. And I go over and I start talking to Mulgar, and specifically focusing on the gland that we weren't able to identify, to see if he recognizes what it might be. Giving him
4th druid,
the frost lily, and telling him like about the rumored medicinal properties of it, but again rumored, and handing him that obsidian dagger that I had stowed in my pocket.
Wait a second, you gave him my flower?
Yes.
I didn't hand you the flower.
Oh,
he has possession.
Yeah,
he has possession of everything he found. You have possession of everything you found.
Okay,
yeah.
So I hand him the blunt carving knife, the gland, and the conch shell.
And the
in
dagger.
That case.
And the obsidian dagger?
Yes, and the obsidian dagger.
And I'll put the stuff that I found in the cauldron and be like, druid stuff, here you go.
Mulgar's like, yes, druid stuff. And just nods his head, and I guess tries to make sense of any of it to see if he can, I don't know, recall anything.
So
yeah,
on
Mother Nature makes you tougher.
Make him a nature check on the gland, and that's about all you can do, really.
Ooh, okay. What about the violet tree sap?
Oh yeah. You can make a nature check on that as well.
And now I don't have
tree blood in my 12 on the gland.
You can tell it's from a fish. That's about it.
It's useless. And then I rolled a 12 as well on the other.
It's not from any tree that you've seen before.
Mulgar's just gonna say, I'm not really sure about any of these, and he'll just say the basics like everybody knows, and says my head still hurts and I can't. It's making it hard for me to remember.
We'll look at them later. Just druid stuff. All right. I think this area is clear. Did you see any weird plant things on your way through here, Mal?
Did I?
No, you did not.
No, I did not.
Okay. I think we
area
cleared.
I pipe up before we leave, and I'm gonna say, I'm pretty sure the first druid that was in the room with the flower, he was putting something in one of these barrels or vats of wine.
Was it the first or the second?
Kaylin, you would know is the one that shattered and spilled wine all over the floor.
So it was the one that was shattered?
Yeah.
Okay. So
is there any remnants of the vat or the barrel?
There's pieces of wood laying around, yeah.
Is there anything I can do, like go and look at it and see if I can tell what he might have been putting?
No. At this point, the wine is dispersed all over the floor.
Okay.
There's not really much that you can tell. You would have to, at this point, probably taste it, but it's all pretty much soaked into the floorboards of the place.
Okay. I'm going to look at them and say, it was the one that's now busted, but I would be very careful about taking anything from maybe even the other one, because I don't know if he had done anything that I didn't.
Well, do these vats look like they were ready for transportation and sale? They do?
You would see, you would have seen, actually there was a couple loaded up on the wagon already.
Mm-hmm.
And there's more that are around that have been, that are ready to be tapped, basically.
Okay. Do I get the feeling that we're no longer in danger?
I don't know.
Well, beyond like danger from ourselves. Like I know that's always a problem.
Yeah, that's always a bad. Yeah. You haven't searched the entire building or anything like that, but as far as you know, as far as you can tell, there's nothing else going on down here. You've pretty much searched the entirety of this place, of the downstairs.
Right, except upstairs.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll be the red shirt. I'm gonna run up, head upstairs.
Which way?
Everyone's okay down here. The door to the right with all the new
barrels.
all the new
basically
barrels.
what you could tell. It was a barrel workshop.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
where they build their barrels.
Not put together and.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. To stare that way and then come back around to hopefully the vat room.
Do any of the casks look like they've been tampered with since they would have originally been sealed?
Make an investigation check.
Okay.
Can I help?
Sure.
Any of them say Amontillado?
16.
No, they don't. And
I can't read it anyway. You're good.
It doesn't look like it.
Okay. Has Enoch already taken off, or?
Yeah, he's gone.
I'm walking at a slow pace. I'm not gonna like.
He ain't running, but he's getting there close.
I'll try and catch up with him, and at this point, I have kind of Aurora is by my side, and I have her run ahead and do her listening thing.
Wait, are we leaving?
Where?
I want to catch up with Enoch.
Okay.
Are we leaving?
No, they're going upstairs.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna sit and chill and try and still get my bearings. Sorry, guys.
All right, no. Like before I left, I was like, I'm gonna go clear the rest of the area. I'll be back.
Okay.
Right.
Make a perception check for Aurora.
It's a natural 20. I'm looking what her modifier is. 23.
Okay. Hold on. Oh, she doesn't actually hear anything, no.
Okay.
One second. My map went wonky. Give me 1 second. Okay, we're good now.
While they're doing that, can I take a little bit of time and cast a spell on me and Kaylin?
If it's produce flame, or anything but produce flame, you're in trouble.
I want to cast I just want to talk to Kaylin about the battle while they're doing that, and then I want to cast Cure Wounds on both of us.
Okay.
I'm shanking him when I get back. Just straight up to the kidneys.
What level?
Just first level.
All right, mark off 2 first level spell slots.
Yep.
As both Enoch and Ellentil walk upstairs, you notice that when you get to the top of this spiral staircase, there is a door immediately to your right. You're looking down the hallway. There are actually 1, 2, 3, 4 doors, and a left corner, like a left turn. down the hallway. So the first door is immediately to your right. There's another one off to the right, and all 4 of them are off to your right.
All right. I'll shield up and tell Elentiel, please open the door.
Which one?
The one directly to the right. Like,
The
I'm
very
going to
first
room
one?
to room.
Okay.
And I nod, and before I open the door, I have Aurora listen at it.
Roll a check.
Yeah.
I would say she should be down at the corner.
So all of these guys look
Is
messed up, right?
Dirty 20.
Pretty messed up, yeah.
I'm following like silently behind them. They can hear the chains of my staff and my scale mail rattle.
Which
I
ones
walk
are you
behind
following
them.
behind? The
people going
explorers?
to the door.
Okay. So your
Enoch.
new you can hear your new friend, or so you think, possibly. We don't know. Walking up the stairs behind you. The very first door, as you open it, Aurora doesn't hear anything.
Okay, then yeah, I kind of standing to whichever side of the door I can turn the knob and push it without being in Enoch's way. I open the door.
Okay. As you open the door, the room contains like a large rectangular table, and it's got about 8 chairs around it. Now they're off that's in the center of the room, like a little off to your right, but it's in the center of the room. Off to the left is a large L-shaped, to the back corner cupboard. And you're also seeing like a massive, like floor-to-ceiling closet pantry off in the right hand towards the back. Next to the pantry is a small iron stove. You've actually found like maybe a kitchen and a dining room, kitchen/dining room. Here you're going to look. There are 2 more doors off to your as you walk in. It's on the same. The first door is on the same wall that you walked in on. It's down, past the table, and the other one. So, as you're looking in the room, there's one here and one here. So one's on the same wall, one's on the right wall.
I'll start clearing it counterclockwise, doing the same thing. Open the door, push in, look around.
If you push in the first door, it leads to another hallway that looks like it leads to nowhere. Solid walls all along it.
I'll shut the door.
The next one,
and then
Can I see over his shoulder when he's
yeah.
I'm just the kind of the hallway to nowhere.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm just telling both of you because I figured you're right behind him and you can see behind him. As you open this one, you notice that it contains a 4-poster bed, and the headboard is carved in the likeness of a giant raven. There's a soft black rug that covers the floor between the bed and the door. And about that time, your avian friend comes in behind you all as well. Your new friend.
Hey, man, you want a bedpost?
In the corners of the walls, or in the corner of the walls that, let's see, south. So in the corners of the walls to your right, both corners, you're going to notice that there are 2 slender wardrobes with a tapestry of a church hanging on the wall between them. Beneath the tapestry sits a handsomely carved rocking cradle. And now to the north, which is right across from that, if that makes sense. So just across the room from that, under a window
where I'm
is
standing. I'm sorry. Please
you're
continue.
standing, looking straight at the bed. Okay, the two wardrobes and that cradle are off to your right. Now, off to your left is the window, with a plain desk and chair underneath it. There's like a wooden chest at the end of the bed and a freestanding mirror off in the corner to your left.
Okay. Question.
Yeah.
When we met with the group of people that were like, "Hey, we needed to clear this place out," was there a baby with them?
No.
Okay. From where I'm standing, can I see into the cradle?
You can.
Is there blood around the edges of the cradle?
No, it's empty.
Okay. Okay.
No child murder.
No.
Yeah, that's like I just burned this place to the ground if that was the case.
Just
So this room's clear. Let's go. Like I'm not spending too much time here. If there's nothing moving, you know.
Real quick, I went to peer down the hallway to nowhere and see if I see any secret doors or anything. Nothing?
You can go around checking the walls, make an investigation check if you want.
Yeah, let me do that because it's odd to me that there's a wall to nowhere, a hall to nowhere. That is an 8.
No, it is absolutely a hall to nowhere.
Okay.
That you know of. All right, we're just going to go room by room now, down the hallway. The next two doors are sleeping quarters, and that's it. Really, I mean, you walk in, they're pretty plain. There's 2 pair of bunk beds in each one. Against the wall, there are 4 foot lockers. So there's 4 beds, 4 foot lockers in each room.
Okay.
There's nothing really, in there, but in the second room, and there's nothing really in the first room. There's foot lockers, that hold clothing and stuff. But in the second room, there are a few toys scattered about. One of the toys is like a rocking horse. But the horse is black and has wild eyes. And it has orange flames where the mane is. A mane and tail and hooves should be. Yeah. And then if you look close enough, you carved right into it, it says the name... Bosphalus, I think is how you say it. Bosphalus. And then underneath that, Bosphalus, I'll have to figure out how to pronounce that. But in a smaller lettering, underneath that, it says, is no fun, is no Blinsky.
Okay. I have a question real quick. Regarding the flower from earlier, would I know anything about that
I don't
frost
think
flower?
you would have really noticed them giving... Well, you would have, but you know...
I put it in the cauldron,
that's
so unless
that
he was
can be,
looking in the cauldron.
That can be something you can ask later. But it's one of those things where it was a private possession, basically. He was giving him.
Then how much do I know about druids?
How much contact have you had with druids?
I'd say back in his line of work, he would have probably dealt with specifically evil druids before.
I will say this. You are a cleric.
Yes.
You are aware of druids and what they do. You're very aware that there are 2 kinds of druids, evil and good, just like there are evil and good people everywhere. I would say your actual history with druids would be limited. Mostly in Forgotten Realms, you're going to run across nice guys, nice druids.
So would I know if they would have any place to store and grow like herbs and things like that? Like with my limited experience,
you would know that this is a winery and that would not be any place, that they would not have any place like that.
Okay.
Yeah. Just by the sheer, like, everything around it, this is a winery. You know that.
Okay.
Other than that rocking horse in there's not much else. The next room, though, you open the door to this one. Oh, the door to this one actually hangs open. In the chamber are a desk, a chair, a tall wooden cabinet, a strange contraption that takes up most of the northern end of this room.
He kind of tweaks his head to the side, kind of like a bird does.
You also notice on the floor there are 2 bodies. But they're mostly made up of vines and leaves that look like they have just fallen there.
I'll walk up and poke.
Nothing. But when you do walk up, lying between the two bodies, is a large staff.
Like bow staff, two-handed walking staff.
Like a druid staff.
Okay.
You've seen Mulgar carry like something like it.
I don't know. Have I seen Mulgar fight? Does he need
No, but
the
you
staff?
know that he's been carrying a really odd looking staff lately.
Does that look like the same staff?
It looks it doesn't look like the same, but it looks kind of like it.
Now we're talking about Mulgar, the same guy that can only make fire appear, right? Just so
Easy.
All right. I'll grab the staff.
Okay.
And like I'll hand it to Elentiel. Like, here, this could be humana magic-y hokey pokey stuff.
Hokey pokey stuff.
I don't know.
I put my left hand in, and I take the staff.
You put your left
and then
hand
I take my left hand out.
I want you to take a D20 of psychic damage for putting us through that.
Me?
No, Jacob.
Okay.
Hey, the opportunity presented itself, and I took it.
No, that's fair.
I didn't shake the staff all about as I put it on my back with my sword, though.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So there's a large machine in there that's all past the two things that are laying on the ground.
Like, as long as there's nothing alive in there, I'm like pick up the staff, hand it over, out of the room, and I'm at the corner waiting.
Okay.
So if you guys want to go play with the machine, have at. Just don't, And
I'm particularly interested in the machine.
If you look at the machine, you notice that there's paper in it, and it's got a wheel on it that if you spin it, it will shoot out paper. And you look at the paper on there, and it's making it's a printing press that's making wine labels. So you see labels on there that say Red Dragon Crush, Purple Grape Mash number 8, and that's basically the two that you see.
This place sucks for variety.
I'll send Aurora around the corner.
Aurora sees as well as you, because you've basically hit the corner now, that it just leads down to a spiral staircase that leads down. You can see the curve of the staircase, and it looks like it's leading down.
Okay.
Does it look like the same staircase that was in the room with the two vats?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just gonna kick on down. If there are no doors in this hallway except the staircase,
you've actually basically hit all the doors up here.
Okay. Do I see them coming back?
You will once they start coming back. Yeah.
I'll yell down the stairwell. Clear. We're coming down.
Yep. Yeah. So yes, you do.
Okay.
Because I'm not getting hit because I went on someone on accident. I do that crap in real life and get punched for it. Yes, honey, I'm throwing shade at you. So, and then, I guess me and this pale-ass fox is going downstairs. I'll pick Aurora up and, by the scruff and let's go. No damage, not dealing damage.
Is it with you and picking up my damn fox?
Keep your fox in its bag.
My fox, it's a fox. It doesn't go in a bag.
But it goes in a box. Now take it and put it there. That's what the Dr. Seuss told me.
Okay, so I go back downstairs and I go over to the druids. Are any of the druids wearing socks?
I will
I am
murder
not
all of your characters right now.
Please don't. I just got life again.
So anyway,
Never
okay.
mind. I don't want to know if they're wearing socks anymore.
just to expedite things a little bit.
Like we try to clear the entire area.
You've pretty much cleared the entire place.
Okay. Do I get the feeling that everything's safe here now?
For the most part,
an achievement
yes.
pop up that says area cleared?
For the most part, yes.
We get one that says annoyed DM.
Yes.
So,
that one's very evident.
I see them, and I look at them, and I've kind of come to my senses. And I look around and I said, we're missing someone.
Oh, no, we're not.
We're not. And then Kaylin looks super confused.
I look around and I go, isn't there a scrawny kid who normally follows us around and likes to set things on fire?
Look, magic.
First of all, you all would know.
No, yeah. The first thing that I want to look for is to see if Elrin's cane is still there.
No.
I see that the cane's not there, and I say, he's off doing his own thing. He'll be back when he is ready to be. If something was wrong, he would have left something behind.
Yeah, a scorch mark.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Surprised we're not all burned out.
Just Elrin was here, just burnt into a wall.
So, are we?
We're good. Like, let's get the hell out of here.
We think he's gonna meet us back where we belong. We're not gonna leave a poor party member just stranded in a winery.
He'll be fine. As soon as he's ready, he'll pop up and from wherever they are, and they'll be fine.
Okay.
We'll be fine. They're alive. That's all that it is.
Can I try something?
What do you want to try?
Can I reach into my marvelous bag of marvelous wonders and pull out my sending stone?
Mm-hmm.
And can I try and call Elrin?
Sure.
Picking up the phone. Ring, ring.
There's no answer.
All right, and I'll just put it back.
14-year-olds refusing to answer their phone.
Back in my day. I just won't say nothing then. I'll just shake my head and suggest, well, if we're done here, maybe we should see if we can find the owner of this winery and let him know that we
and get our wine.
Here, all right. So, Kaylin, you need to tell the owner about whatever you saw. Before we get our wine, because we don't know how much of it was polluted prior.
Oh yeah, and he could probably check that. That's a good point. We want good wine.
I'm gonna go back to the cart and make sure those bodies are still there, and then I'm gonna search them because I feel like a grave robber right now.
I thought we'd already searched their bodies.
Bodies are still there. No, he's talking about the werewolf bodies.
Yeah, I thought we had searched those bodies before we loaded them up.
Never hurts to check twice.
I don't think you all searched them. Did you?
I thought I thought somebody had grabbed the gauntlets.
No, you can't.
Off. The gauntlets don't come off.
Oh, okay, that's right.
And that was it. So I'm gonna search the bodies.
Make an investigation check on the bodies then.
Are you okay?
What?
Natural 20, 8 intelligence, -1, 19.
19. Okay. What do you want me to say? Okay.
Nat 20.
I believe you.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, hold on. Let me resolve this for him.
Yeah, you're good.
I'm dumb as rocks. This is great.
I'm going to do this time. So on the Lorelei was her name. You find a you find a figure of a fiend so lifelike that it seems like it might come to life and attack at any second.
Figure of the fiend?
A fiend.
Okay.
You also find a lock of braided hair. Make a shoot. Just make a random history check.
History's intelligence, right? Or wisdom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I'll tell you what. No history. Make a perception check.
Okay.
That's more wisdom. This is more wisdom based.
That's fair. I'm gonna keep the roll because I have no reason to re-roll it. I got a 5.
Silver hair.
Silver hair.
Like a grayish silver hair. Not just one hair, but it's a braided a lock of braided hair.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. You also find their weapons on them. One of them, her swords in particular, are slender. They're basically rapiers.
Found 1 or 2 of them.
You find she had 2.
Any of them look like a saber by any chance?
No.
Okay.
But we'll say, when I say they're basically rapiers, they're a little bit thicker of a blade, but they're still long. But they can definitely do piercing and slashing.
Yoink.
Okay.
Do the gauntlets come off? Can I try to take them off? Like,
you can make a strength check.
Oh, okay. Yes, I'm being selfish, you buttholes. I'm doing this. Son of a 16.
It is stuck on there.
Okay.
I kind of go over to it. I'm going over to where the fighter is. What are you trying to do with the gauntlets?
I'm stealing from the bodies.
Do you want the gauntlets?
Sure. Can you get them off?
I'm wondering if you'll allow me to cast...
Interesting.
Toll of the Dead, which is necrotic damage, to try and decay away the flesh around the gauntlets.
Hey, Miss Bonza, thank you for being excited. Sorry, just giving a shout out. Toll the Dead would be more of a spell that you would cast on someone that's injured.
Right.
So doing necrotic damage to an already something that's already in a state of necrosis wouldn't do much of anything.
Okay. I kind of look at it after I cast my cantrip, and I'm like, I don't know.
I'm gonna didn't work. I don't know. Okay, that's fine.
So while they're doing, sorry, you
go for it. Go for it.
Kaylin, go ahead.
While they're doing this, can I find, do I see where the family, the owners of...
If you go outside, you can.
Okay. So I'm going to go outside.
Let me resolve this real quick. Did everybody go outside with him?
I did.
Yeah.
Okay. So you actually, Kaylin, when you look up, you don't have to do a check or anything. They are walking up the road towards you all.
Okay.
The entire family. This time you do see younger children with them.
Okay.
One would think that they placed the younger children somewhere safe.
Fair.
Just want to make sure no babies were killed. You know what I mean?
No. I get it. No. Yeah.
As as we cross paths,
Mm-hmm.
I tell them, pay one of them and just keep walking.
You what?
Check house, pay thing, do the I don't know. I'm still kind of beat up.
Oh, okay.
So
I
got you.
He's doing something.
Yeah.
So I want to meet them, and I want to welcome them back to the venue and say I think everything has been, from what we can tell,
Okay.
cleared. I do want to let you know, and this is me asking nicely before we take wine from your vineyard, when we got into battle and we walked into, like, is it like the bottling area? Is that what you would call it, Ronnie?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the vat area. Yeah.
Okay. So when I went into the vat area before we got attacked, there was a human druid that was putting something into one of the vats. That vat ended up shattered, but we want to make sure that nothing else was tampered with before you send any other wine out or before we take our wine back to town.
Davian looks at you and says, "Thank you for making us aware of this." He looks at it and goes, "Adrian, Elvir, go check. If you do not mind, each of you wait here. I want to see where the wine is before I send you back with it. I also want to ask you a favor. One more favor."
Okay.
First, I want to come clean with you. I've been telling you all of the truth, but I have been telling you the truth. And then he looks and he sees... I'm so sorry. What is your character's name? Maul, right?
Maul.
M-A-L?
Yes, Maul.
Yeah, Maul.
Yes.
He looks and he sees Maul and he grins a bit and goes, "Let's see if you have a new friend." Interesting. I can already tell I like him. Each of you should know something about us. And he looks back and he sees Stefania, his daughter, who is holding a baby girl, or well, a baby, but he did. This is my granddaughter, Yolanda. Two boys, two younger boys that are behind her. He says, "That's Stefan, and that is, well, Adrian Jr. the second. I don't know." And he looks and he says, "We are the keepers of the feather." Now this is my winery. This is our winery. But I want to let you know that we will, and we are watching over you. You've already met Muriel. And at that time, another raven flies down and transforms in front of your eyes. And it is Muriel. And she's standing there. And she goes over to the young boys and puts her arms around them. And she says, "I've been watching for you and with you for some time. Since you got here, really. The Blue Water Inn, through Barovia, through the forests. You're brave. Not too smart sometimes, but you're brave."
I don't hear any of this. Like, I'm already...
You're out. Yeah, you're digging through dead bodies right now.
Can I hear this? Can I see?
Yeah,
these
you're
people?
hearing this. They're addressing each of you, but you're not really part of the group as of right now. I mean, you are, but you're not. You haven't been a part of the group so far.
Right.
Okay. But
Okay.
she looks at you and says, "We've taken a little bit of interest in you for obvious reasons. We've been watching over you and with you for a while."
Would I know anything about the Raven Queen?
No.
No? Okay.
Make a religion check. Sure. I forgot you're a cleric. Make a religion check. That just came out of left field on me. I was like, what?
It's like, no, you don't. Mm-mm. 0.
Automatic 0.
What'd you get?
And that would be... hold up, sorry. I've got to search. Plus 0, a 7.
No. No. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just like, he's kind of creeped out at the fact that they're obsessed over ravens and he's like a crow. He's kind of like keeping his staff close to him, kind of like hugging and covering the.
They can sense your trepidation. There's nothing to worry about.
Quick nature question as Jacob, not as Ellen Teal.
Mm-hmm.
What is the relationship between crows and ravens like in real life?
They are different birds.
Yes, I didn't know if there were hostilities between the two species or anything.
No. There's no real hostility between the two. But they're interested. They're just they just have shown their interest in him. And she Davian finally comes up and says, "Listen, the Keepers of the Feather have been trying to obtain or maintain some sort of order and peace in Barovia for so long, and we feel that you all." You adventurers can help us with that. Finally defeat Strahd for good. I'm not sure. I'm not sure where to go and what to do from here, but I will tell you this. You've been doing a good job so far. We know that you have found the Tome of Strahd. And that's only through a mutual friend, Von Richten.
I kind of like, Maul looks around at everyone and it's like his eyes are wide because he didn't know that these people had been caught up in any of this either. And he kind of just leans back, just kind of his interest in perked, but he's not saying anything. And he's staring at everyone. And he's just staring at everyone now. Just with an even greater interest than before.
This vineyard, it is something special. We produce Purple Grape Mash number 3. I said number 8 earlier. I meant number 3. And Red Dragon Crush. And we also have known to dabble in Champagne de l'Estampe. But 10 years ago, something happened. The magic of this vineyard was stolen. One of our gems that gives this place its magic was dug up and stolen. And as a result, the winery, well, we've stopped really producing our best vintage, the champagne.
You said that was 8 years ago?
10 years ago. No one knows what happened to the gem, but Erwin, he was on watch that night. And I think he shirked his duty to spend time with his betrothed. But that's neither here nor there. We've been fending off frequent attacks from scarecrow creatures that can only come from one place. 3 weeks ago, during one such attack, another gem was found, dug up, and taken. And I believe that is in the possession of Baba Lasaga.
Of who?
Baba Lysaga. Almost like Baba Yaga, yes.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't say anything.
Is that a name that we've heard before? Okay.
No.
Is that spelled like lasagna without the N?
Lysaga. I believe she gave one of the gems to the Druids on Yester Hill and kept one for herself. Wine is one of the very few things, if not for some, the only thing that brings any kind of joy to the people of Barovia. That's how bad it is here. If you could help me regain these, after delivering your wine, of course, it could be very profitable for you and me, and could help those of this land very much. The money doesn't really matter to me. The money goes right back into the winery, into the vineyard. But I really want to help the people. And yes,
can you give us
I want to help out.
directions?
I want to help out my wayward son that owns the inn in Vallaki. What was your question, young one?
Can you give us directions on, like, to this hill place that
Yester Hill?
Yes.
You go out to the end of the road, and you take a right. And you follow it until you see the hill. And that's Yester Hill. Baba Lysaga, she's a bit different.
What kind of different?
She's a bit different. She is dangerous. Very much so. She lies within a place that the DM cannot find because his notes are messed up. And that's what you heard me drop earlier. Where's my notes? Shit.
My Mr. Vineyard owner, what big eyes you have. The better to read those messed up notes.
Right? Shut up.
So I look at the party and say, I know we have some things that we have to deal with back in town when we get back, but what do you guys think about helping the vineyard?
Anything to make the evil in this land weaker is beneficial to us.
Bogart nods his head, yeah.
So then I guess if we're all in agreement, we can't promise when we'll be back with it, but we will try to bring the stones back.
And then can I ask them if you can ask them anything you
since
want.
Well, yeah, that's true. Since they've been following us and kind of have kept up with our journey, our reading that we got, do they have any idea of where some of these other things may be found?
If you remember, Von Richten already told you.
Did he get it? I just wasn't sure if they knew, like, more than he did, or if...
No, I mean, well, Von Richten pretty much laid it out for you. He told you where everything was.
Okay.
Yeah. Am I wrong in saying that?
No, I know he told us, like, each person. Let me...
And the only reason I asked that is because I'm like, do I remember something differently? Because I swear.
No, Von Richten clarified some.
So he clarified. I just didn't know there was one person that like my computer is spazzing. Hold on.
You're fine.
There is like one person that he said he hadn't talked to.
Esmeralda. Yeah.
Esmeralda, and I didn't know if they like would know where to find Esmeralda. Or...
so you want to ask specifically about her?
Yeah, that would be the best. I think that's the main person that.
And he looks at you and says, Esmeralda. She is a hard one to keep up with. She has been cutting a swath through most of Strahd's minions trying to get to him. We will keep an eye out for her, and you will get a message from us if we find her.
Okay.
And I look at him at this point and I say, what can you tell me about Kresk?
What do you want to know about Kresk?
In our reading that we received from Madame Eva, we were, and through the interpretation provided by Von Richten, we were told that one of the things that can help us is Kresk. And he clarified that it is the holy symbol of Ravenkind, and you are the closest to that definition that I can think of. Other than our new friend Maul here, but he seems more crowish than Raven.
Kresk is a place.
Okay.
It is a town that is actually not too far from here. If you go left, and then to the main road, and then hang another left, it's on the far end of the land. You've been to Lake Barotox, I know that.
Mm-hmm.
So if you go left over the river that runs, the Raven River that runs out of Lake Barotox, you'll find your way to there. Also, if you decide to take on Babula Saga, look for the ruins of Berez. That is where she and her wretched constructs live. The ruins of Berez. Berez.
Okay.
All right. And Lake Barotox, the lake where Homeboy was trying to drown the girl?
No, that's the tower. That's the lake the tower's on.
Where we got the Book of Strahd.
Okay, so Lake Barotox is where the tower is?
There's the tower, and then Lake Zarovich is where he was trying to drown the young girl.
Okay.
So the lake where he was trying to drown the girl is named after the Zarovich, von Zarovich's. Lake Zarovich. Okay, and Barotox is just a smaller lake where the tower is.
Do we have the wine yet?
It's on the wagon, and he looks at you. He goes, if you're going to make the wine delivery, I'll have my sons load up the rest of the wine. And at that time, his sons walk out, and they basically look at him and tell him that everything's fine. The only thing they have left is Red Dragon Crush in the vat. The purple grape mash is destroyed.
The other druids did that.
And he looks at you and goes, man, I figured. It's okay, we can rebuild. We have plenty to last for a while in the barrels. The barrels seem fine. Yes. So if that's it, you can load up the wagon, make your way there, deliver our wares to the unfortunate town of Vallaki, and hopefully we will see you again soon.
Are we able to move this wagon ourselves, or do we need horses?
I would have them bring horses around. Oops.
Okie dokie.
I mean, I could be a horse.
You all didn't make it out, but back to the stables.
Okay.
Yeah, there are stables. Kaylin, what's up?
So I'm gonna look at them because I'm just curious, and I haven't heard from a while, and we still got to travel back. What happened to Ismark and Arena? Do you know?
You don't know. You've not checked in on them.
Well, no, I'm asking these people.
Oh.
Do they know?
And they looks at you.
They've been following us.
I do not know.
Oh.
They walked into the Burgermeister's mansion, and that's the last we saw of them. As you can tell, they probably do not let birds or people like us in their home.
Fair.
Did they look happy?
When you were dropping them off, they looked tired and beat up.
And annoyed.
Yes, and annoyed.
Okay, thank you. And
one more thing.
Huh?
He finally looks at Elentio and the staff that's in your hand. Because you're carrying that staff, remember?
Yeah, it's on my back. Like, I kind of like tied some rope to it and put it across my back.
That is a very powerful weapon you have there. It's not a very good weapon. If you are going to use it, and he looks at Mulgar, and he looks at your staff, and he says, it seems like you already have one. Because you are carrying the Oddwood staff now, correct?
Yeah, I think we named it Ebony Wood. It's not
Ebony Wood, sorry.
Right for some reason,
yeah, the Ebony Wood staff. It would be him that would be able to use it.
I'll take it off my back and I'll offer it back to him. And I said, we found this in, I believe, the room with the printing press, and we weren't sure if it belonged to the Druids. But I mean, if it belongs to your family, then we don't mean to steal from you.
It's not stealing from us, but you should be very, very, very careful with this. And he reaches out and takes it. And as you notice, both you and Enoch notice, this is a spongy black length of wood with like almost like a thorn bush at the top, like just spindly branches. Like, it's not a pretty staff. And he says, this is the Gothias staff. It can be wielded as a quarterstaff, but this drains life instead of gives life.
Oh.
We will keep it safe. In fact, it might help us against these blights and everything that are attacking our vineyard. The scarecrows, I'm not sure. But we can handle them. And he looks at Maul and he says, You need to stick with them.
I mean, they owe me like bed and room anyways, so like I ain't planning on going anywhere.
Fair.
One of those, huh? Well, be on your way. Tell my son that the Blue Water Inn. I would like to see him soon. And then he turns around and walks off, and the rest of his family walks with him. Muriel just looks at each of you and smiles. She goes, I have no doubt that I'll see you again.
Real quick.
Yes.
What do you want me to do with the bodies? Like in the cart?
Oh.
Do you know where I can drop them off at so that their people
actually they look into the cart and they're like, you can see yeah I didn't think about this. Hold on, I forgot about that. Not really, but you see Davian go white and get a scowl on his face.
Wait, what?
And he looks at you and says, did you do this? Did you all do this?
Dagon?
Davian.
The man.
The man.
The same guy that I talked to when we first got there.
Davian? Yes.
That I pointed those bodies out to begin with.
Oh, did he look at them?
Yeah, he already knows what they are.
Then he's already told you this, then.
No, he said just dump them somewhere.
Oh, yeah. He said, we'll take care of them.
Oh, okay. We're going to leave them there then.
I'm sorry. Yeah, because I remember rolling on that, and he didn't really care.
Yeah.
Now, I just rolled on that again, and he did care this time.
Okay.
So, he looks at you and says, the bodies, okay, one more truth. I feel like I owe you this, Kenny, because I screwed up a little. We are known as what we're known as were ravens, and the DM just completely brain farted and needs a soft reset.
It's okay. The player goes, you mean they're ravens?
Yeah. These are werewolves. They don't like us, and we don't like them.
Are there werecats?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Were-boars, were-bears.
Were-lions and tigers.
Oh my.
Get off my land and never come back.
Warehouses.
And he looks at you and says, and he looks one more time, and Muriel kind of looks too and goes, you're missing someone. Where is he? The young one.
Oh, Elrin?
He has a bad habit of disappearing.
Oh.
But he always has, he always seems to reappear eventually.
Davian looks at Muriel and says something in a language none of you understands. And she instantly transforms and takes off flying in the air. What you all would know as towards Yester Hill.
Okay.
And he goes, we will be on the lookout. It is not safe for a young one like that to travel alone.
We know.
All right. Be on your way. He turns around and walks off. All right. You have horses hitched up to the wagon. Some of you are a little worse than wear. What are y'all doing?
We head back.
I think we take the wine back to the Blue Water.
Who's driving?
As we're doing that, can I look at the party and say, does Elrin still have his pie? Because that could make it even worse.
He's in a ditch tripping. I look at Mulgar and I say, you probably have the best connection with animals. Do you want to drive the wagon?
Yes, I will drive the wagon. Politely ask the horses nicely, will you please go? Ever so nicely.
Sorry, I wasn't rolling for anything. I just realized I was rolling really loud. Sorry. I got these high variance dice and I was just rolling them. It's a bad habit.
They're dead.
Like, he's rolling D20s to see how many monsters we find on our way back.
I just realized that was really cruel and I apologize. Make a perception check there, Mulgar. And who's riding up top with him?
I'll ride up top with him.
Make a perception check. There's room enough for everybody to ride in the wagon, so everybody can ride in the wagon.
Can I just ride on top of the wine?
I rolled a 16.
Yes, you lush. You can ride on top of the wine. You rolled a what, Mulgar?
16.
Elentil?
12.
Mulgar, you snap the reins and they go. You don't really pop the reins very hard because you are a druid.
Very polite.
You're very polite to the horses, and they appreciate that.
I asked for permission.
I'm glad you asked for permission. Consent is good. So they as you travel up through the vineyard, on the road that leads through the vineyard, you notice that the creatures that were there earlier are not there anymore, of course. You probably push up the way, through the muddy road, and you come to that crossroad, or that turn. You can go right to Yester Hill, or left back to the main road that leads to Valaki, to the old Slavic road. Mulgar, what you notice as you pull up to this left and right is a black hat lying in the muddy road.
Do it.
Trampled. And that's where we're going to leave it for next week.
Dang.
Recognize the black cat?
That's where we're going to leave it for next week, Kenny.
Yeah, spoiler alert. We're going to stop because I love hats. So.
Hey, Ms. Monza, thanks for watching. Thanks for anybody else who's watching. And we're going to end our stream here. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next week. Oh, this Saturday is Session 3 of Trouble in Winterhold. So come out or come watch that. We'll be streaming that, and that means you guys too. So I'm actually a player in that campaign. My DM mentor is DMing that. So that's a lot of fun. Be sure to come in and watch us next week as well, and watch my stupid head play video games a lot on here. So we will talk to you all later.